Right, so greetings everybody. I am Mr. A.M. Lava, and today I'm going to read to you a very, very nice story about a Xhosa boy. Right, so before we start with the story, I'm going to show you guys the cover page. Right, so this is our book's cover page, and the title of the book is The Story of Uuka Nkosi The Xhosa Farmer. Right? So, by just looking at this cover page, can anyone tell me what they see? Okay, so as we can see, here's Uuka, the farmer, right? This is him feeding the sheep. Here's a pig playing in the mud. As you know, pigs love to play in the mud, right? So this is a cow, right? And then as we can see, there's a tractor here, there's a wheelbarrow, there's dry grass for the cows and the other cattle, right? Okay, so I guess by just looking at the cover page, we all have a small idea about what the book is going to be about. So okay, let me start reading to you guys. Right, so as we said, the title of the book is The Story of Uuka Nkosi The Xhosa Farmer. Right, so once upon a time, about 10 years ago, there was a little boy named Uuka. Right, Uuka lived in a cool, green, small village called the Tambo Village in the Eastern Cape, South Africa. Right. Okay, one harsh summer night in the Tambo village in the Eastern Cape, the moon was brighter, fatter, and bluer than ever. So think about it. The moon, as we all know, the moon is blue. As we all know, the moon is gray in color. So imagine it being bluer than ever. All right. So Simtandile gave birth to a bouncing baby boy. Right. The moment she held a boy in her arms, she knew that he will be a bright and successful young boy in the future. Right. She said, "What a blessing." Right. She named him Uuka, which means someone who is ready to rise up in the Xhosa language. Right. So I'm now going to show you a picture of Simtandile holding her baby in her arms. Right, so sorry, as we can see, this is the picture, right? So this is Simtandile holding a baby boy in her arms. Okay, so can anyone tell me what they think the story is going to be about, like what they think is going to happen next? Right, okay, so let us move on. Uuka was a handsome and young working boy with big brown eyes. So imagine how he looked. Big brown eyes, dark in complexion. Okay, let us move on. He loved his mom, Simtandile. She always worked very hard for the both of them to eat since she was a single mother. Okay, learners, can someone tell me what a single mother is? Okay, a single mother is a woman who doesn't have a husband but has children. So she's basically taking care of the children by herself. Okay, let us continue. Simtandile worked at a white farmer's farm planting crops. She worked long hours, and by the time she came back, she would always find Uuka sleeping. During the day, Uuka spent his time playing soccer with those children who never attended school. Right? Uuka always dreamt of going to school and being just like the other normal children. However, his mom could not afford to send him to school as she worked long hours every day to make ends meet. Okay, so here we have a picture of Simtandile working in a white man's farm, right? I don't know if it's clear. Sorry about my lighting, but yeah, this is the picture. Okay, learners, are you enjoying the story so far? Okay, so Uka would always watch the other children in the village go to school every day. He would see them wearing their blue and grey uniforms, carrying their school bags, and he would feel sad that he was not able to experience the joy of going to school just like the other learners, just like the other children, right? Uka would often tell his mom about how he wished about how he wished to be just like the other children who go to school, and about how he will study hard and become a farmer. Simtandile would always tell him, "Don't worry, my handsome boy, you will soon start going to school." She would then kiss him and feed him his food, and she would then sleep after he slept. She often cried herself to sleep as she felt as though she was failing her son. All right, so this is a picture of Simtandile speaking to Uka, right? Okay, moving on. So Uka would often sit by the school gate near his primary school, even when it was raining, and watch the children come and go. You know how children walk about, running in the school, running out, and he would long to be part of their world. Right. One day, Uka met a kind-hearted teacher, Miss Buthelezi, who noticed how much he loved school. Miss Buthelezi asked him why he was not in school, and Uka said, "My mom cannot afford to pay my school fees, ma'am." Right? Miss Buthelezi felt sorry for him and decided to take matters in her own hands. Miss Buthelezi gathered the whole school staff and told them about little Uka's situation. The school principal did not want to take the boy in if he won't be paying school fees. Miss Buthelezi and the other school staff members begged the principal to give the boy a chance. They offered to help Uka and organize money to pay his school fees, his uniforms, and school stationery. School day started well before sunrise. Uka bathed quickly in the cold water while his mum made maize meal porridge for him to eat. The porridge was the only meal that Uka would have during the day until his mum came back home. The day finally arrived for Uka to start school. He woke up early. Okay, sorry about that. The day finally arrived for Uka to start going to school, right? He woke up extremely early, put on his blue and grey uniforms, grabbed his school bag, and kissed his mom, and promised her to make her proud. He will always keep pushing despite the failure, as he is one who is ready to rise up, just like his name, just like the meaning of his name. Right, okay. He ran outside of the door, eager to start his new journey. So this is a picture of little Uka going to school. As you can see, he's wearing his blue and grey uniforms, just like the other kids, right? Okay. Uka's heart was filled with so much of happiness as he entered the classroom, and the other children welcomed him with open arms. You see, they were all happy to see him. They were not rude to him because they didn't know him, but they were all excited to welcome him in his new journey. Uka studied hard in school and passed well in his studies. He would patiently wait for his mom to come home and would tell her everything about his day and about what he learned. His mom was very proud of him, and she would always listen to everything that he said. All right, a very, very attentive mother. Uka, she would always encourage him to continue working hard and tell him that nothing in this world is handed to you. You have to go and get it. Nobody said it would be easy, but hard work pays off. Right? But hard work pays off. So I have a picture to show you guys. Okay, so this is basically a picture of Simtandile and Uuka. As you can see, Simtandile is making food, right? And then this is Uuka here telling his mom about his day and about what he learns in school, right? Okay, so can anyone tell me what they have learned so far? Okay, right, let's move on. Right, Oka's hard work and dedication to his schoolwork paid off, and he was eventually granted a school scholarship to attend one of the best universities in South Africa, the University of Johannesburg, to study agriculture. He had often dreamed he had always dreamed of this day where he will study at one of the best universities in South Africa, right? And study to become a farmer. Oka always wanted to become a farmer because he wanted to help those in the village who came from poor and disadvantaged home just like his. And also he wanted to become a farmer so that he could his mom could stop working for the white man's farms. Oka went on to become a successful farmer, and he gave back to his community by buying land and started planting crops and cattle to help those and herd cattle to help those in need by providing those who are unemployed jobs at his own farm to make ends meet, and for them to be able to send their school to be able to send their children to school, to educate them instead of them just playing around in the village just like he did when he was growing up. He named his farm after his mom, and the sign of his farm said, "Welcome to Simtandile's farm." So imagine the moment you enter the farm, that's the first thing that you see. Welcome to Simtandile's farm. Beautiful, right? Okay. He was an inspiration to all the children in the village, and they all looked up to him with admiration and respect. So, class, I hope everybody enjoyed the story. And can anyone tell me what they have learned in the story? Oh, okay. I also forgot to show you guys. I forgot to show you guys a picture of Uuka here. As you can see, this is him, with his iPad in his farms, and then these are basically the people that he employed in his farm, right? Okay, so that was the end. That was the story, right? I hope everybody enjoyed it, and can you please tell me which part was your favorite and what you have learned from the story? Thank you so much.